What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it's our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. Let no one rob you the importance of living your own life. You have your own life to live. You were not born to live the life your parents raised you or trained you to live. You were not born to live the life written for people to live. You were not born to live the life preached for people to live. You were born to live your own life. Every other thing outside that will mislead you, confuse you, cage you, and keep you confused the rest of your life until you come to yourself. Stop struggling to go to heaven or go meet God or go to wherever they tell you. Come to yourself. Immediately you were born, even when you were still in the womb, they, they taught you away or they took you away from you. That's when immediately they born you, they name you. Even when you are still in the womb, they name you. They already have in mind what they want you to do for them. All they have that they do for you is that give back to you. So you owe it to them to do whatever they commanded you or they taught you or they trained you or raised you to do. Bringing Proverbs 22:6 to mind again that says, or to brain again, that it says, train up a child. It did not say leave the child to live. It did not say live with the child. It said train up the child. With this, why your parents send you to school, send you to religious organization, send you many places. Why they're supposed to live with you. Immediately you were born, your parents distance themselves from you and train you in the way you're supposed to live. They send you away to school and all that. And this is how you are today. Tell me you're not confused. Tell me you're not confused. And I will show you that you are denying the fact. The fact remains that you are confused until you come to yourself. You are confused until you be yourself. They train you to be nice. They train you to be moral. They train you to be good. You're not supposed to be all that. You're supposed to be yourself. If you're a man, be a man. If you're a woman, be a woman. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you at any time. Anything they tell you is wrong with you is the wrong they taught you. And that wrong is everywhere. In fact, when you look around, you think that I think we can never get out of that wrong. It is lie. There was time we were not in that wrong. There was time those wrong does not exist. No condition is permanent. Understand that. If you understand that, you no longer be worrying yourself, beating yourself up for anything that happens around you or what situation you find yourself in. Because you are powerful. You can solve any problem you are facing. You can come out of that situation better and bigger. Know this. It has nothing to do with you having money or have material things. It have everything to do with you being yourself. Period. I'm sharing with us what I titled You Are Guilty. You are an accomplice or you are accomplice. That's the essence of creating God. The purpose of creating God is to make you guilty. Even when you are not guilty, you begin to feel it. Because from birth, you have been dedicated to that guilt. Some call it original sin. Some call it mortality. But you are not. I was talking to one of us yesterday. I say, you are not mortal. You are immortal. They flip you. They make you see yourself as mortal and see imaginary being which they call God as immortal. But think about it. Why are you mortal suffering? Why you believe there is immortal that can do all things, yet he cannot take you out of that suffering? Some days I was thinking, I say, how stupid these people made us to be. That, they dedicated us to this delusion that somebody will come to you, appear so sincere, so honest, so genuine, telling you that there is Almighty God that sent him or her, that this God can do all things for you if you only believe. Just believe. Give your life to this God. All your problem will be solved. He will begin to lead you. He will begin to order your steps. Lines will be falling for you in places, in pleasant places. He will wipe away your tears. He will heal the sick. He will raise the dead. He will cleanse the leper. He will do miracles. Yet that same person or persons asks you for money. Say, give them money to feed. Give them money for the work of God. The work of God they preach to you that can do all things. Think. When I was a Christian, I never think like that. When I was a pastor, I never think like that. But today, think for yourself. If God exists, why are you suffering? They tell you this God created you in his own image and likeness. So if you are suffering, it means that God is suffering. He created in his own image and likeness. So you are like God's shadow. And guess what? Shadow have no say. Why are you holding shadow responsible for what the substance have done? God is the substance, right? You are the shadow. That's what they means when they tell you that God created you in his own image after his likeness. So you are God's shadow. That our brother was talking to yesterday said that no, he is God. He have the God energy. I said no. When you say you are God, you are belittling yourself. God is a fairy. You don't have any God energy. It is your energy. You are the energy. Nothing, no power, no force can separate you from that energy. I'm using my God force. No, God, that's why it's your force. You see, when you get exhausted naturally, you just relax. You rejuvenated again. You regain strength. You continue doing what you are doing. Try to know yourself and understand your life. That's when you will know that this life have no long or short. This life is natural, is ageless, is endless. And you begin to trash all those fears they inculcated in you in the name of education, in the name of religion, in the name of culture, in the name of tradition. Live your own life. Stop imitating their life. Their life is a lie to you. The only true life is your own life. Live it. If you live your life, I live my life, we will never have problem in this world. The reason why we are having problem is the wicked people are forcing everyone else to live as they want. So they gave you spirituality, they gave you religion, they gave you God, they gave you spirit, they gave you soul, they gave you something they cannot prove exists and ask you to believe it exists. It doesn't matter, you don't lose anything. If you die and find out it doesn't exist, you don't need to die to find out anything. If there is anything you must find out, is now. Stop making up things that you cannot find out and say you can find it out. They already told you that nobody can find that God because no one has seen God at any time. Yet, people believe they have seen God. People believe they will see God. Because they made you to be guilty. I title it, you are guilty. You are an accomplice. Welcome to Bible study. Oh, that's what they used to destroy us. And I'm using it to open our eyes and show us how we can live better without them. Romans chapter 3 verse 20 3. You can't tell me you are a born-again Christian or you are a Pentecostal and tell me you don't know about Romans chapter 3:23. Or you can't tell me you are a Christian, even a Catholic, because this thing is what they used to drive Catholic members into the depth of the dungeon of Christianity. He said, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Remember, your glory is greater than the glory of God because you are above God. But they deceive you, converted you to believe that all or you have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Man need no glory of God. You don't need the glory of God for anything. There's no reason for you to need the glory of God except you are a convert. There is no way you can desire God or desire the glory of God except you are a convert. And being a convert made you a child of hell. You are no longer a natural being. He said, for all have sinned, even without them sinning. Somebody that have not known anything sin, that have not had anything sin, that have not seen anything sin, you declare that person a sinner. And force that person to keep living in that confused life because your nature is telling you you are not a sinner. Why your faith, your belief is telling you you are a sinner. You have to. If you don't, remember, there's a punishment for unbelievers. This is why our people are dying to protect their faith and beliefs. Fear of being born in hell. I will rather be born in hell, but it's impossible, than believe in any God, than worship any God, than believe in spirituality, than believe in religion. If that hell exists, let me go there, but their hell must reject me because I'm above their God. He said, for all have sinned without them sinning. He's telling you that even the unborn have sinned. That's what these evil people pen down and force us to believe it. Many of you, because you don't know how all this thing began, you thought they preached to us, we believed. No, they beat us, they killed us, they destroyed us, they tortured us to accept this lie as the truth to live by. How has all sinned? The same Romans chapter 5. Romans chapter 5, verse 12. How have all become sinners? He said, therefore, just as through one man's sin, these people are evil. Spiritual people are evil. Religious people are evil. Godly people are evil. They are against nature. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you joyful. They don't want to see you free. He said, just as through one man's sin, just as through one man's sin entered the world. You believe that? That one man is God. Before you say, oh, he's talking about Adam, I want to open your eyes. The one man through which sin entered the world is God, the creator of all things, according to believers. God created sin. Isaiah 45 verse 7. God created sin. John chapter 1, all things were made by God. God is the one man through whom sin entered the world. If you don't believe in God, you will never be a sinner. You will never sin. Sin is wrongdoing against God. Sin is not in nature. Nobody was born with sin. You must be baptized into sin for you to be a sinner. And how do they prepare you to be baptized into sin? by teaching you there is God. Once you accept there is God, sin conscience get into you. Remember, they told you that when Judas received that bread from Jesus, Satan entered him. That's how Satan, sin enters people when they believe there is God. When you believe the same way Judas Iscariot believe Jesus, accept that bread that Jesus dipped into this wine of sin and gave to him. Immediately he ate it. Bible says Satan entered him. There was no Satan in Judas until he received bread from Jesus, the Son of God. That's why godly people are sinners. Show me anyone that is sinning, that person must be godly, whether man or woman. Just as through one man sin entered the world, and death through sin. You see the reason why I tell you that death is an illusion. We don't die. These people are the one that brought the concept of death. We don't die. Nature never dies, including the animals you are eating, including the trees you are cutting down. They are not dead. They are always here. We are always here, being transformed according to our nature. My African people, when we are talking about nature, we are not talking about spirit. My Igbo people, when we are talking about nature, when we are talking about chi, we are not talking about spirit or God. Chi is nature. Good morning. I mean, when we wake up in the morning, what do we greet ourselves with? Ebola chi. The wake of nature. Awaken. Have you awakened naturally? That's what we are. We are nature. We are not spirits. We are nature. We are not godly. We are nature. We are not gods. We are nature. We are not goddesses. We are nature. We are not sinners. God, sin, death are all evil concepts created for deception and control by wicked people. He said, through one man, sin entered the world, and death through sin, and thus death spread to all men because all sinned. The moment you accept there is God, then they say you are a sinner, and the wages of sin is what? Death. He said, through this one man, sin entered, death followed, because all sinned. This thing is there. Your people believe this and hating and killing themselves for it, but it's a lie. Our whole life was founded on lies. All of us that are alive today, we are living the lie. All of us that are alive today, no matter where you are, we have been living the lie. The only people that are not living this lie, you remember that island in India area where they don't allow any other person to come in. If you step your foot there, they shoot you aside. They still exist. They are not corrupt yet. But outside them, all sinned. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. You can never fall short of your own glory. But if you believe in God, you become short. That's why you begin to believe. You have no power of your own. Oh, God is greater than you. Who are you to judge? Oh, God is the judge. Yet you will judge me when I tell you there is no God. But you say, who are you to judge? Think, and stop thinking. That's it. Romans chapter 3, verse 23. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. How? Romans chapter 5, verse 12. Through one man sin entered the world, and death through sin, and thus death spread to all men because all sin. So you are dying because all sin. That's what they're telling you. But it is not true. Just as they lie to us that women have birth pain, pain during delivery because they sinned. No, we are not dying because we don't die. But they tell you are dying because we sinned. All have sinned. So there's no way. This is why you see even people that said they are scientists believing in this nonsense. Jeremiah, you see how people begin to live it as their normal way. Oh yeah, we are sinners. If you don't have any sin, be first to throw stone. Yeah, you can't judge me. Yeah, but okay, you can judge me. So I can judge you, but you cannot judge me. I'm a spiritual person. I can judge all things yet I'm not judged by anyone because God, I'm a child of God. Oh yeah, yeah. Stupid people. Jeremiah chapter 14. Let's see. Verse 20. Jeremiah 14:20. Hear what people who believe in God always say. Those of us that used to be believers in God, we used to do this. We used to pray even in prayers, especially all those night vigil prayers or crossover prayers or those dangerous prayers, those fasting and special days fasting and praying sections. We always pray this. In fact, that's the foundation. You must acknowledge that you are a sinner if your prayer must go to God. If you don't acknowledge that you are a sinner, your prayer will not. That's why he said in First John, he said, if you say you have not sinned, if you say you have no sin, he said his word is not in you, and you have made him a liar. This is why they tell you, you are a sinner, accept it, because if you say you are not a sinner, you have not sinned, they say you are making their God liar. God is saying we are sinners. How dare you say you don't have sin? You are a sinner by virtue of birth. Through one man, sin entered the whole world. Death follow it. Everybody dies because we are sinners. These people are evil. Whoever wrote these things in the Bible, they are evil. He said, we acknowledge, oh Lord, our wickedness. Tell me the reason why God destroyed the people in Noah's flood in Genesis, the beginning of Genesis. So if God has already drowned them, right? And they begin to grow again under new covenant. He said, we acknowledge, oh Lord, our wickedness. How are we still acknowledging the wickedness from Adam and that of Noah's flood till today? Why they tell us that God used flood to drown all the people and had an ark? If it was only those who entered the ark that you are saved, then we get out of that one. Wickedness again. We continue acknowledging wickedness. Yeah, this God gave his son, he killed his son to end our wickedness. Yet, after the killing of his son till today, people are still praying for acknowledging their wickedness before God. He said, we acknowledge, oh Lord, our wickedness. Remember what he says in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, right? He said, in all your ways, acknowledge him. Lean not on your own understanding. Your own understanding will tell you you are not a sinner. You are not born in sin. You were born in sex, not in sin. They hate sex and embrace sin. When you embrace sex and hate sin, they say you are evil. They come against you, saying you are unbeliever. You are wicked. You are going to hell. You see why I'm using those sexy pictures? Because it provoked them. Even those of them that claim to be awakened or they are no longer religious, you still carry that religious garbage. When you see a naked woman, the ones you call half naked, how do you feel? Because you still carrying that religious garbage in you. But I'm here to help you drop them. I used to be like you. There was time if I want to masturbate, my chest will be pounding. Oh, I'm sinning. If I see a woman I want to look, no, I'm sinning. No, they say if I look at a woman lustfully, I've committed adultery. Adultery is not in nature. There's no adultery in nature. There's no cheating in nature. There are things you are holding, although you are claiming you are no longer religious, but those things are religious things you are holding dearly, like love. It's a religious thing. There's no love in nature. What we have in nature is care. That's why when they develop medicine, what do they call what is called health care? Not health love. Health care. Take care of your health. Not love your health. Take care of your health. Take care of yourself. Health is wealth. Not health love. Health care. Love is evil. We acknowledge, oh Lord, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers. Iniquity of our fathers. When we didn't see them commit to, but we acknowledge them. These people are evil. This is why Africans believe their ancestors were idol worshippers, as white people taught us. He said, in the time of ignorance, he said, your fathers were ignorant. The ones that made the food you are eating today. You know how many people that died before they come out? Okay, this is the one that keeps us alive. But they tell you they're ignorant because they didn't believe in their God. Although the people that are telling you that your fathers were ignorant also never seen the God that are telling you that gave them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's the opinions they call the knowledge of God or gift of God. Their opinion. He said, and the iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against you. There is no person alive that can tell me or show me when they sin against God. You never sin against any God. Any sin they say you have sinned is according to what they wrote, according to what they made up. You will show me God first before you tell me you sin against God. How can you sin against who you have not sinned? And you believe it. Don't you see how spirituality and religion destroy our brain, ability to think, reason? Hey, can't you see? Nobody have seen God. They tell you we have sinned against God. You believe you can hear the voice of God, but you cannot see the body of God. Then they tell you, no, we are the body of God. Our body is the temple of God. No, we are not. My body is not any temple. My body is body. It's not any temple. It's not any spirit. It's not any soul. It's my body. And it's powerful. It's eternal. It's above every God. My body is not mortal. I'm not mortal. I'm immortal. Any God you worship is mortal. It's man-made. It never lasts. Check the history of the world. No God ever lasts. No matter how you fight for it, don't worry. It will still go. Another one will come out. Don't you see even the God they give you in every religion today, all these religions that use politics to stay afloat? You see how they are changing? They have versions, they have revision, it can never be as it was in the beginning. Can never be. Because they're the one that have beginning, they have ending. Everything that have beginning have ending. And nature has no beginning and it has no ending. And you are part of that nature. Know yourself. I am not a sinner and I have not sinned. God is a liar. The Bible is a lie. I want you to know that slavery is sin. Using their word, but using my own word, evil, which is also their word. Slavery is evil. It's anti-nature. And the marriage is slavery. No matter how you try to define it or redefine it, for the fact that woman is not living in her father's house, you are a sinner, you are an evil person to buy her as your wife. You can live with women as your partners. You don't have to marry them. They don't have to leave their father's house for you. You can still have children with them without them leaving their father's house. The same way your sisters don't need to leave your father's house. They can also stay there and have children. The same way you are staying in your father's house having children. You know what that will destroy? It will destroy a lot of all this evil in our land. You don't know that. But because they have forced us, we accepted it as our culture and tradition. Yeah, we used to marry multiple wives before white people came. No, it's a lie. They are the one that gave you marriage concept. They are the one that gave you marriage concept. You think it happened maybe in 14 BC, AD or something? No. You know when white people, their evil came out? Before then, we were living naturally. We were living as a people. Even when we are building towers, all those things, building things, we never built kingdoms until they came. They taught us how to build kingdoms. When I say they taught us how to be, not like they gave us the concept, then we begin to build because we were building just as we built the first Christian church for them. The Coptic church. Many Christians today don't know the first Christian church that was built. It was built by the Egyptians for the Europeans. And they first built it in African soil, which is called Turkey today. The first Christian church was built in Turkey, not Vatican. But African Christians, especially the Catholic ones, they thought that Catholic Church is the first church. No, it's not. Because Europeans don't know how to build. They were employing our people. Sometimes force them to build for them. We taught them how to build. They gave us marriage, we try to balance it. They give whatever they force on us, we try to balance it. But it's still evil. No matter who is involved in it. Slavery, marriage, they are evil against nature. They are sin against nature. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. That's where they put women under men. Although they tell you that God created both of them in his own image and likeness, male and female, created in them to have dominion equally. But now, they say, oh, the woman sinned, so God put him under the man. Therefore, her desire will be of the husband. She will be desiring for the husband to take care of her. Oh, well, my life is nothing without being married. I need a man in my life. I need a husband. You are stupid. You are a stupid woman needing husband. If not to take advantage or exploit that man, you are stupid, submitting yourself to that man. Let that man submit to you and see how fun life will be. No, impossible. The man is providing for you because you are his slave. If you are not his slave, he will not provide for you. Try to say you are a free person. Oh, divorce or send you back. Our people now, I will send you back to your father. I will send you back to your father's house. Exodus 21:7. Say, if a man sell his daughter, he said that daughter will not be free as men do. Because men, if you sell your son after 7 years, he must come back home. But the woman you sell her is eternal slave. There's no option for the woman to come back home. So any woman they threaten with going back, it means she is what? Head-headed, right? Or stubborn, or insubordinate. She's not submissive. Why should a woman submit to you when you are not submissive to the woman? Submission is supposed to be mutual. I submit to you, submit to me, but me submitting to you without you submitting to me, no, it's evil. And that's why I'm calling our people to wake up. We are submissive to white people that are not submissive to us. You say, how are we submissive to them? What is your name? What language are we using to communicate now? As a people. Are they using our own language to communicate also as a people? Are they bearing our names? We observe and celebrate their festivals. Are they observing and celebrating our festivals? No. There's no other reason other than they are our slave masters and we are their slaves. It is evil to sell or buy a person to another person for any reason. Every baby, every child born by religious parents is an accomplice, is guilty. Psalm 51 verse 5, he said, in sin, my mother conceived me. In iniquity, I was brought forth. They are evil. They tell you you are evil by birth. Just because you are born, or were you not born by a woman? The woman sinned, so. But you know, they say through one man, sin entered the world. In another place, that they are saying it is through woman. Work of fiction. Do you hear what I say? Every baby, every child born by religious parents or spiritual parents is an accomplice, is guilty. I've shown you Romans chapter 5:12, also Psalm 51:5. Just through birth, you are guilty. You are not holy. You are not clean. You are guilty. You are dirty. Acknowledge your wickedness, and God will forgive you. Acknowledge the iniquity of your fathers, and God will forgive you. God will accept you. Fuck that God and whatever that God will represent. Every man is an accomplice through marriage. I will keep saying this so that men will begin to wake up and stop treating women as we were converted to be treating women. I'm a man. I can also as well stop saying this. I can go back to my village and marry as many young girls as I want. I can marry 12 years, I can marry 13 years, I can marry 14, 15. My mother is 15 years older than me, although it's not a polygamous marriage or family. It's a Christian family. My mother is 15 years older than me because you don't know that all this age is also man construct for man-made for deception and control. Age of a woman, she has not reached the age of this. What? Who declared that? Who made such law? Who made such principle? Who made such commandment? Who made such process? Who made it? Oh yeah, the world of function through principles. Who tell you that bullshit? Principle limits you too. The principle of my art, the commandments of God. All those things are what men made up to deceive and control people. Let us live free. Every man, you are a married man. That's why you see when people get married, they can swing to any direction that favor them. Look at that. In fact, one of the things that make men don't reason well is marriage. When they get married and have children, they scatter them, especially in this system where you know that if you don't have money, you are a pooper. Okay, so I must get money. You don't have money, and you are poor. You have wife, you have children. Then they tell you they want to do one evil thing. To go. Don't worry, you just have your own share. Nothing. Okay, you say okay. He said, it's my turn. Okay, give me. Then, okay, he will take bribe. He will join the winning party. He don't care whether it will affect his future children. All he know that, or future generation, all he know that, for me now, let me get where I want to buy Mercedes. I want to build nice house. I want to build upstairs. And they think everybody's like them. Genesis 3:16. That's where they put women under men, and every man that marries, read it. That's they say that a man should leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. Remember, they tell you that sin entered through woman, and they say man must marry. So immediately you marry, boom, you are accomplice. You are guilty. Esther 1:16-20, read it. When one woman, excuse me, yes, being a queen means is a wife. In other words, a slave to the king. But listen, I need my freedom. The king say, other Queen Vashti, come and display for me. She said, no, I'm not coming. I'm having my own party too. You are not the only one that was born to have party. I can have party too. If a man can have party, a woman can have party. She refused to come. And all the men, it drove them crazy. No woman, no woman among them ruling part. Before rulers, you can't see any woman near any place of authority because authority is evil. All this rulership, all those things are evil. No matter now how they are bringing women secretly or gradually, it's still evil. We still dismantle all of them. They say, no, this thing this queen did. All other men we hear, all other women in the province will hear it, and all of them will also be stubborn to their husband. What must we do? King, pass the verdict. Find another woman so that and replace this queen, this one that is wise. Find a bond one, the one you can control, the one that will listen to you like your dog. Anytime you call her, she must answer you, whether she likes it or not. That's how Esther came on the scene. Esther represents a bond woman, a happy wife, a submissive wife. That's what Esther. A submissive wife will always receive something from the husband, but a non-submissive woman will not receive anything. I'm not giving you anything. You're not submissive to me. I don't, I don't blame you. The woman don't supposed to be around you in the first place. The woman supposed to be free to walk away anytime she wants. Supposed to be having a relationship with her, not marriage. You guys supposed to be partners, not husbands and wives. Or husband and wife. Now, read it. Esther chapter 1, 16 to 20. And they made it a law. Every woman must be submissive. Imagine you are rich. You can take care of your daughters, but you sell them to another man who is maltreating them. Every time they come to you complaining, you give them money. You call their husband and say, come on, boy. Is it because of money? Okay, take this one, go start something. They will still be having problem. It's beyond money. It has nothing to do with money because they are living against nature. Marriage is against nature. We can have relationship without marriage. We can have children without marriage. It's natural. How about those people you call bastards? How about them? You see why they want every woman to marry so that they will be under their husband. Another word for husband is master. It's a shame for you to be a master to another person. After you say, no, imagine those people. How can you be a married person and you saying, you are not partial. You say you are not selfish. You say you are not stingy. You are. You are partial because you not let another woman to marry you as a man. Say, no, I'm a man. Your woman must be under me. You are selfish. Oh no, do not touch another man's wife. You are selfish. A woman should be free to fuck with whoever she wants, and a man should be free to fuck with whoever he wants. And also, you are stingy. You won't give your wife to another man that says, man, I'm horny. I want to fuck. You say, there's a shower there, go pay them and fuck. And their man is married too, but because he didn't tell her to go fuck the wife. You know how all of you behave. Because you do the same thing too. He covers you too. Married women know all these things are going on, but because of provision, they stay there. Because of culture, they stay there. Because of tradition, they stay there. Because of shame, they stay there. Because of what their parents or family members will say, they stay there. And the men doing whatever they want, the women cannot. Every woman is guilty through fake nature. Fake nature. Submission is not woman's nature. It's not natural for women to submit to men. It's not. That's why some women resist. Because no matter how long you cover the lie, one day the truth will come and prevail over it. Open the thing and everybody will see. It's not. They subjugated women, Genesis 3:16. God cursed woman and says she must be under the man. Her desire will be of him. You don't have your own say. It's what the man said that stand. If you want to learn anything, go to your husband. Don't talk where men gather. Go only talk to your husband. First Timothy 2, 11 to 14, read it. Where men are writing for women how they're supposed to dress, how they're supposed to behave, and telling them the reason why we are doing this is because sin, Adam, Eve was the one that sinned. Then we fell. But you can only be delivered through child pain, childbirth. These people are wicked. If they continue in faith, if they continue in hope, if they continue in chastity, nonsense. Revelation 14:4. Any man that have slept with any woman is not qualified to be a disciple of Christ. That's why Jesus in the Bible had no woman as a wife or girlfriend. Although they say Mary Magdalene was his girlfriend or wife. They say, no, how can you tell me now when Mary Magdalene go to grab him? You know, if you fuck a woman, well, she will always grab you. Jesus said, don't touch me. I'm no longer straight because, I have to go to our kingdom. It's a gay kingdom. I want you to know that every kingdom of God is gay kingdom. Go and read it. The factual truth remains that we are not the image and likeness of God. God is sin. God is evil. The image and likeness of God is sin. The image and likeness of God is evil. God is the source of sin. God is the source of evil. Read it. He said, beside him, there is no other God. Isaiah 45, 5 to 7. Read it. God is atheist, according to Bible. Isaiah 45:5 tell you that God is atheist. God don't believe in another God. God don't believe in another God. And if you don't believe in another God, in a God or a God, you are atheist. God is the creator of evil. God is the creator of disaster. God is the creator of sin. God is the creator of wickedness. In fact, he bragged that he sent evildoers to do evil, according to Isaiah 54, verse 16. He sent the evildoers. When you say people are kidnapping, they are God's servants. When you say people are committing crimes, they are sent by God. They were sent by God. Evildoers are servants of God. 1 Kings 22, 19 to 23 will show you. The angel of God saying will become a lying spirit into the tongue of all the prophets of Ahab for them to prophesy for him to follow them to his doom. He will follow their prophecy. He said, go, you will conquer. But it means he will be killed. It's the same thing all the prophecies are doing today. They tell you it shall be well with you when they know worse is coming. You will experience worse. There's nobody that believes in the prophecy that is not experiencing evil. And that's why they do everything to fight it off. Then they will tell you it's the devil that causing it. It is your uncle, or it is your evil village people that the one causing it. Don't you believe in the prophecy of the scriptures? Don't you believe in the prophecies of the prophets? Lying spirit is in their mouth. Anytime they open their mouth to speak, they are speaking for your doom. You believe them, you have signed your doom. If you don't believe them, you are free. This is why they say you are without sin. I mean, if you are without sin, be first to throw stone. John chapter 8, 3 to 11. Read it. Woman caught in adultery. Where was the man caught with her? It's always women. Yet women are the one. They lie, like my mother or your mother, your sister. Check women who are spiritual or religious. They carry it with all their head. Jesus said, if you are without sin, be forced to cast stone. If it's today, atheists will kill, will stone that woman because the woman is a believer too. That's why they say if you are without sin, be first to cast stone at is another sinner. You are a sinner. All have sinned. So how dare you judge others? Yes, the same people created court where they judge people they call criminals or they committed one thing they don't like. So if all have sinned, are waiting for God, if we are without sin, why are you judging anyone at all in any way? Why are you calling people unbelievers? All have sinned, including you. No, no, no. I've been justified by faith through Christ Jesus. It's a lie. You cannot say all sinned. All have sinned. And if you say you have no sin or you have not sinned, he said you are making him a liar. And you know what? It will cause you to make God a liar. I mean, for making God a liar, it will cost you your life. You will burn in hell. And to me, I say, fuck that God and his hell. How many men are willing to consider living the life of sin, slavery, marriage? How many men? No, they don't even think it. It's not possible for a man to live without marriage. It's not possible for you to have children without marriage. Really? Because you are selfish. If you are not selfish, you begin to know that we all are in this world together. You don't supposed to claim anyone as your property, as your slave. Men see their children as their slave also. Parents see their children as their slaves. So they must train you up the way they want, not the way you should, not the way your own way, the way they want. And the way they want is the way of the slave master, the Lord. Let women live their own life freely as men do. I'm begging us. I'm a man. I'm your fellow man. You say I'm not a man. No matter how you qualify me, say I'm a woman. Who gave birth to you? Let me use your word. You are a product of that woman. You cannot be greater than one who produced you. You cannot. No matter how you brag, no matter what you do, you can never be greater than any woman because a woman gave birth to you. If you want to talk about who is greater, it's supposed to be woman who gave birth to you. You did not carry any woman for 9 months and gave birth to her. You did not. The sperm injected in her was not yours. It's the food you ate. You're supposed to know. But oh, you are carrying life. You are not carrying life. We all are life. That's the natural process, sex. That's why you see it in animals too. But you are the only one that is claiming you are greater than your female. Animals don't do that. They don't. You say, oh, they do. You see, okay, how about some men who are also stronger than other men? Does that mean they are better men than the other men? Does that mean they are greater than other men? It is people out of their stupidity making up all those things. Oh, I'm greater than you. That person is greater. Oh, we are equal. It's only by mouth. Yeah, I'm stronger than you. You are stronger than me does not mean we are not equal. You are richer than me does not mean we are not equal. I sleep, you sleep. What made you different from? Tell me whatever. Anything that makes you different from me is foolish thing. It's a stupid thing. Check that. Check it. Men, let us wake up. We don't need this evil system. And we keep saying what is wrong, what is going on. You can blame devil all you want. You can blame other people all you want, but you are part of that problem. If you still practicing all this marriage nonsense, God nonsense they give to us. Let us practice fairness. Let us practice equity. Let us practice equality. Let us do that. No matter your height, no matter your size, you are still part and parcel of us. We are in this together. If you subjugate women, you are hurting yourself. That strength you used to keep them down, you would have used it to invent things for quality living with no need for marriage. Wake up, my people. Let me read this place in closing. Luke chapter 6, verse 31. No? Luke And just as you want men to do to you, he said what? You also do to them likewise. But the truth is this: just as you want women to do to you, you also do to them likewise. Will you allow women to to subdue you? You that submit, you that want women to submit to you, will you submit to women? You know you will not. He said, I pay bride price. Yes, so in other words, you bought her. I'm providing for her. In other words, she's your slave. Why are you providing for a woman? A woman can provide for herself the same way you are providing for yourself. This thing has made many women to become lazy or dependent. I need a man. Without I need a man. And you see how people talk about it. I used to talk about it now, like polygamy or monogamy and all that. You know, woman, no. Naturally, both men and women need each other. And it's not every time. There are times you want to stay on your own. You don't want it. You don't have sexual urge every time, do you? Show me any person that has sexual urge every time. No person. That some people have it more than you doesn't mean it's every time, every time. No, it's not. That's why I see some men that like women, but sometimes when they see anything about it, I don't want it now. Especially a man that is chasing money. Have you seen a real businessman chasing money? If you see any woman, unless if that woman is the secretary that will take his contract proposal or his own quotation to the boss to sign. If not, women, they tell you no, don't chase women, chase money. Hold on, let me answer. Hello? Yeah. No, I don't. No, I can't make it, man. All right. I don't know. I will call you back. Stupid people. Going to be what? As a man will not submit to a woman in marriage. So why are we making women to submit to man in marriage? We are in this together, man. We are in this together. Okay, if we will accept marriage, okay, women also should be free to marry men. Women should be marry men and bring to her own family. Why is it only men that have household, women don't? Why? Why is only woman taking the man's family name and abandoning her own family name? And the man is not abandoning his own family name for the woman's family name. Think now. But remember, we are above all the names and all that. Those things have nothing to do with our nature. It's all these system men made up, and we are still suffering in them till today. Why in nature we don't have such suffering? In nature, you meet somebody, you talk to them, you discuss. Yeah, we can fuck. We go and fuck. Everybody goes on. If you're a woman, you know you can take in, but you don't want to take in. Use something that will prevent you from taking in. This thing is not hard. It's in our hand. It has nothing to do with destiny, but nature. Let us begin to think nature and live naturally, my people. Gordon.